Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Saturday, October 4th, 2025, which means I'm coming back at you with another edition of my favorite matches for this last week. If you're unfamiliar with how this series goes, I look through all the matches from this last week or so, I compile a list, and then I read it out to you as recommendations, and then you, as an audience member, go and watch those matches that I recommend because you trust in my opinion. You really you listen to me, you listen to me, dude. Like, you trust in me to find you all the wrestling. You don't even watch weekly wrestling. You just wait for this video to drop, and then you watch it all in one sitting because that's how good of a list I make is. This was a pretty interesting week this last little while. It was a pretty ho-hum, nothing too special, no real big events. So a pretty calm little week to look back here on. I'm going to be changing up the formula a little bit instead of just going, region by region. I'm going to be giving you kind of like a list of going from the worst of the best all the way to the match of the week, basically. So we're going to do it that kind of style. Let's get into this, man. Starting with Mystico and Bandito versus the Beast Mortos and Defunto from CMLL. I have it written here. Trust me, I do. CMLL. Sábados del Coliseo. Yeah, so that good one. Good one. I've talked about these guys so fucking often, man. Like, you should know that these guys are fucking great. Up next was Templario versus Villano 3 Jr. from Super Viernes 2025. Super good matches here as well. Dude. Flamita versus Ryoya Tanaka from Dragon's Gates, Stormgate 2025 Day 12. Up next, we have Shingo Takagi versus Gabe Kidd from New Japan Pro Wrestling's Destruction 2025 event, the best match on that show. Up next, we have Leon Slater versus Myron Reed from Victory Road 2025. Can't be as biased, despite I was there. I still remember the match somehow, but this match was really, really fun. Up next was pardon the graphic. There's only a picture I could find of it, but this is Dragon Lee versus El Hijo del Vikingo versus El Grande Americano from AAA's Alianzas tour to determine number one contender for the Mega Championship. So, yeah, good lucha libre on display here. Up next is Jon Moxley, Daniel Garcia, and Claudio Castagnoli versus the Ops of Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe versus Hangman Adam Page from this week's Dynamite, which was a really fun match. Also from the past Collision was Daniel Garcia, Jon Moxley, and Claudio Castagnoli taking on Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Matt Menard. I don't know why his graphics called Daddy Magic. I refuse to call him Daddy Magic, but this match had some real cool, interesting storyline stuff going on throughout. Also from Dynamite was Kyle Fletcher versus Orange Cassidy. This match was good. This match was awesome. I think Hologram being missing out on it is unfortunate, but still, this match is pretty cool. Orange Cassidy is great. I'm glad to see him back, and he's come back and he's already immediately taken spots within the My Favorite Matches stuff. So good for him. Up next, yo, dude, this one's crazy. This is a crazy thing to see, just in the graphic, right, out of context. I know, right? Sean Spears and Nico Vance actually making it into a spot on My Favorite Matches, dude. It's unprecedented, right? You'd never would have expected that. But that should go to show you how good Leon Slater and Javon Evans are as wrestlers to be able to pull these guys, carry these guys on their back and take them to a match that was not just passable, but actually really fucking awesome. So good for these guys to be able to do that. Again, that just shows you, man. If these guys be able to get a good match out of Sean Spears and Nico Vance, imagine what they're gonna do at Bound for Glory, man. It's gonna be. I'm excited. Up next, we have Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks taking on Kenny Omega and Bro Dito in another fun 6-man tag. I love these trios matches that AEW gives me, man. Just keep them coming. Up next, what a surprise! I talked about them on their NXT match, and here they are again. It's Javon Evans versus Josh Briggs. A fucking incredible match, man. Javon actually is one of those guys too that really can elevate their opponents a lot and just bring the best out of them while also still putting on something well on display. So Yeah, man, I love when watching Javon wrestle anybody. That's another reason to really watch him, because he brings the best out of his opponents as well. And then, not speaking of bringing the best out of his opponents, even though it's not someone who needs to be brought the best out of him, Javon Evans answers Sami Zayn's U.S. Open challenge from this last week on SmackDown, and turns, again, what a surprise, fantastic match, dude. These guys, like, the third appearance of this guy on the list, you know, that should tell you how good of a wrestler and what WWE has in Javon Evans, dude. Like, this guy should really be seeing a lot more success. Because this week, all those matches, those 3 matches were in the span of, like, 5 days, dude. So, like, we should really be seeing more out of Javon Evans, and hopefully we can. This number 2, this is the penultimate one, the second best one. I have Kyle Fletcher versus Commander. Commander coming right back in from injury, right back on the hot streak, having a fantastic match with Kyle Fletcher, dude. I always just kind of underrate him a little bit in my head. But then I watch him wrestle, I'm like, wow, this guy actually is really, really good and deserves a bit more of a role than just, like, you know, jobber guy on AEW. But this is not my match of the week, because my match of the week is Azumi versus Saya Kamitani from the last Stardom show. They aired on YouTube. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. I don't have it in my notes. But this match fucking rules. Azumi is fantastic. Saya Kamitani is fantastic. It's on YouTube. You should go watch this one right now, because it is truly special what these two Joshi wrestlers have, and the connection that they have, and the kind of chemistry they've had all throughout the year, the storyline they have going on right now. It's really, really fantastic stuff here. So those were my matches from this week. That was my match of the week. Onto my From the Vault collection now. Onto the Vault collection. Whoa, there was a lot. There was a fucking lot. I'm full. I'm, like, legitimately full from how much good wrestling we've got from this past week, man. It's crazy what we have, this list I have here for you guys. So let's get into it. Starting with Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker, No Mercy, Hell in a Cell 2002. A fucking violent match. It's I don't know, every single time these guys wrestle, like, in a Hell in a Cell, I think they did another time later, but God almighty, this is gruesome. This is a gruesome ass match, man. Everybody bleeds. Everybody bleeds. Up next, it was from the NXT. It was the episode of December 20th, 2017. And on this episode, we saw Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate 3 in their trilogy fight. This match is awesome. The best of UK wrestling on display here. Fantastic stuff. I'd recommend watching that. Up next, we have the Motor City Machine Guns taking on Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey. Fun TNA match. Watching through some of these matches that TNA uploads, it really is, like, it kind of was a big deal when the Motor City Machine Guns left. It was a pretty big blow to them, and I really didn't understand that at first. I thought they were just kind of doing that. Dude, like, these guys are putting on some real fucking fun matches on a weekly occurrence, so it kind of sucks to have seen them left now, because I'm like, wow, the product did really suffer a lot when those guys left, so. But yeah, this match is awesome. And same with Mike Bailey, dude. Like, Mike Bailey leaving, that really sucks as well. So, this match was really fun. Up next, we have their WWE like to do these best of series, and this week was Mr. Perfect. And my God, dude, this guy is legitimately one of the greatest, man. It's just so tough to, like, really understand how, like, great some of the 90s wrestlers are unless you go back and watch them. But man, this compilation is one of the greatest, man. I have 5 matches from this compilation that I recommend checking out. First is Kurt Hennig versus Nick Bockwinkel at AWA's Brawl in St. Paul. Mr. Perfect versus Tito Santana at Saturday Night's Main Event. Mr. Perfect versus Shawn Michaels at Primetime Wrestling, March 17th, 1991. Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart, SummerSlam 1991, which you all know. Actually, I think that's 90. So, but you guys know that match is worth watching. And then finally, Mr. Perfect versus Ric Flair from Monday Night Raw, January 25th, 1993. This guy was the fucking shit, man. This guy was awesome, dude. I kind of wish he was like a WCW guy, like, during this era that he was wrestling. But man, this guy was delivering for WWE like every single time he performed, man. This guy was so good, man. Rest in peace, the great Mr. Perfect. Up next, one of my all-time favorites, Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. Two guys that were switching in between taking the award for Best Technical Wrestler from the Wrestling Observer newsletter. So seeing them finally clash together was a dream match that we've been waiting for the ages. And yeah, this match totally lives up to the hype. Technical wrestling masterpiece, dude. It's fantastic stuff. I love this match a lot. Also, man, these these NXT episodes they were dropping this week had some fucking bangers on it, bro. Cause Johnny Gargano versus Aleister Black versus Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan from the December 27th, 2017 episode of NXT on this show. Would recommend watching that. Awesome fatal four between those guys. One match I was not expecting to be this good, and it was Crazy Steve versus Trey Miguel in a Monsters Ball match. Yeah, man, brutal affair. I can't believe they're just doing this shit on free TV, man. They don't do it like this anymore. TNA tapings are not like this anymore. I did like the no DQ match that I saw that is yet to air still was not this violent. So, yeah, good stuff from Crazy Steve here. I like it. I like it a lot. Moving on, we have another great TNA match. They were kind of cooking a little bit this week with their matches. This time it's ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus the Motor City Machine Guns for the Tag Team Championships. Gosh, yeah, man, Chris Bay is awesome. I always really, really liked him, and I always thought he was kind of like, not done dirty by TNA, but like, I thought he had way more potential than he was really being allowed to show here. I think he really could have been one of the top guys in the X Division during his time, and and with the way his career turned out, I don't think we're ever going to see him in a ring again, which really sucks. So it was nice to go back and watch this match and just kind of remind myself, like, man, Chris Bay, he really could have been that guy, I think, in the X Division, and unfortunately, it didn't pan out that way. But still, get a very solid tag team run with Ace Austin. ABC was really fun, and they saw a lot of success there, so can't fault him too hard. He had a pretty decent career. But, yeah, man. Big what if. God, man. Big what if. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Dude. This is, like, where everything just stops, right? And I just gotta say, like, this is legitimately... This might be, like, this match. Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega. All Grand Slam 2021 might legitimately be... It's easily in my top 20 matches all time, dude. This is so special what they've done. Easily top 20 AEW matches, probably at least. It's so special what these guys have done here. It's incredible, man. Like, anyone that's watching this video, I beg of you, just watch the first 5 minutes of this video. Not the first 5 minutes of the match, just the first 5 minutes. These guys just have the crowd in just the palm of their hands, man. And, they can just do the simplest things, and the fucking building just erupts, man. The roof goes flying off because of how anticipated and excited the fans are to see a match like this. Another dream match we have been waiting for ages. And now that we've finally gotten it, the crowd is unbelievably nuts. The atmosphere is insane. It's so special. It's just such a cool representation of what this goofy little, like, form of entertainment that I watch a lot can be. Yeah, it means a lot to me to just watch those entrances and just, when the bell rings, the crowd just, they just them cheering for just them being there. The fact that they get to see this match live is, it's crazy stuff, man. But I love this fucking match. I love it. It's so good. It's just wrestling at its peak, dude. And then the whole match itself is fantastic as well, man. The way it ends, because I don't want to spoil it, because I want people to actually watch this, but the way it ends is really, really cool. And the action throughout is fantastic. It's crisp. It's just flows so well. It just makes for such easy viewing, but man. Oh, man, that is good stuff, bro. That is good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, holy shit, dude, what a crazy match this was. Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Konosuke Takeshita at Wrestle Dream 2024. Man, this one's just as good, dude. This is fantastic, man. These are like three of the GOATs right now, man. In terms of like just actual in-ring work, these guys are fucking amazing, dude. Takeshita was one of my favorites. Will Ospreay was one of my favorites. Ricochet was one of my favorites. He still kind of is. And yeah, wow, it's just a match you have to see to believe, man. It's incredible the kind of athleticism on display in this match here. So highly recommend watching this match. Up next we have Kurt Angle versus Steve Austin from Unforgiven 2001. Very emotionally driven match. Very dramatic, very storyline heavy. But man, the story they tell throughout here was awesome. This was this pay-per-view happened, oh god, was it actually that close? I don't remember the date specifically of the show, but I think this was like a week after 9/11 happened, and just seeing, the Olympic gold medalist trying to win a world title for his country was such a cool story, and they actually played into it a lot. So Yeah, man. It's a match definitely worth watching for sure. For the drama of it all, it's fantastic stuff here, and it really also show you that Stone Cold Steve Austin is also so one of the better workers of his era as well. I think that's really underappreciated from him. WWE also uploaded a series of matches of wild hardcore title matches. You know, the fun times of the Attitude Era where everybody was just beating each other up pretty brutally over a belt that was defended 24/7. So fun times here, but the one match I really thought was worth checking out here was Rob Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy from Invasion 2001. Yeah, those guys, you know, Jeff Hardy is one of those guys that if you throw him in a gimmick match, he's going to make the best out of it every single time. And same with Rob Van Dam for that matter, actually. So putting those two guys together makes a lot of sense. Obviously in a hardcore stipulation, you get a lot of cool spots out of it. You get a lot of exciting moments out of it. So would recommend watching that one as well. We Are Stardom is back with another banger, this time showcasing the quarterfinal matches from the 5-Star Grand Prix. And the matches that I would recommend watching from this would be, guess what? It's Azumi versus Saya Kamitani. And then Rina versus Natsupoi. Those two matches are fantastic stuff here. Some proper Joshi wrestling on display from them. Love it, I love it, love it. Another NXT episode. Who would have thunk it? This one had Johnny Gargano versus Velveteen Dream. Fantastic stuff, man. I love this match. That's awesome. Those guys worked so well together and will continue on for some time to work well together. So, yeah, that makes... I would recommend that one as well. Also, did I miss one? Oh, no, I didn't. I just fucked up my entire order, turns out. Also is a match from Supercard of Honor 2025, a Teton versus Nick Wayne. You know, super awesome luchador versus a very young prospect in Nick Wayne here, who I actually have come to... I don't love his storyline stuff. I still think he still needs a bit more growth as a character, I think, but for his own, he's playing his part well, and in this match, he's obviously super talented, so he does really well in this match. And again, Teton is a veteran, luchador, so you get a great match out of these two guys here. Also, once again from TNA, it's the team of Time Machine, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and Kushida versus Jonathan Gresham, Mike Bailey, and Trey Miguel from Impact, April 20th, 2023. Banger! This match is awesome. Nothing else to say. Holy shit! I can't keep up with all these NXT matches. Another episode, but this one was the one filmed at the set of Takeover Philadelphia, so it features Roderick Strong versus Tyler Bate. Awesome match between those guys here. Tyler Bate really was actually one of the better guys that they were showcasing here, and he had a lot of TV matches, so that really drew in an audience more to the TV product itself. And Tyler Bate, being one of those guys was, he's fantastic, man. I really do debate if WWE is truly wasting Tyler Bate's potential. And I don't know exactly. I just don't. I never saw him as world champion material, or even IC champion material. But I do really wish he was out here regularly putting on matches, actual TV, proper TV bangers. Because I do think he has that potential in him. So maybe that's the only reason I don't That's the only thing I kind of wish. I just wish I would see him a bit more. But not. I don't think he's being underbooked in terms of the height of his career. I just don't think he's being utilized as regularly as he should be. But this match is awesome. That was a side tangent. I don't know why I was getting into that. Yeah, this match is great. Woo! This is a really interesting one to look back on. And this is Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed from Crown Jewel 2024. Again, with hindsight and how Bronson Reed is now under Seth Rollins' tutelage, I think this match actually is a really, really interesting watch now, especially that whole ending sequence. And I think the thoughts that Seth Rollins had running through his mind, it kind of just connected well, man. I think I paid it off really well with the formation of the Vision and such. So this was a cool match to go back and look at, man. I enjoyed this one a lot. Ooh, another match to talk about drama. Bad Blood 2024, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell match. One of the highest peaks in Drew McIntyre's career, and CM Punk, showcasing that he's still one of the best to do it today. And then, of course, the director's cut, which makes it seem really cool and dramatic, and maybe that would be more interesting to someone who doesn't really watch wrestling as often to see a director's cut of this match. But this match is fantastic. Very, 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 very good. This match is very good. So, yeah, man. Impact also uploaded a compilation of their most, their, stipulation matches, their non-disqualification matches from Victory Roads. There was one worth checking out here, and it was Josh Alexander versus Steve Macklin at Victory Road 2023. Those are two of my favorite TNA guys from this decade, so to see them go at it in a war was pretty cool. NXT's TakeOver, they are continuing it. They're continuing to upload their past takeovers. Here we got, but except the takeovers ended, now we just got pay-per-views. It's NXT War Games. Wow, this logo is shit. It all looks like such shit with the fucking neon splashes. Do you guys remember that era of NXT? Holy fuck, man. Still, though, this event was good. There was some good wrestling to be had here. Most notably, Imperium versus Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner. Remember Von Wagner? What a fever dream-ass career that guy had in WWE. And then also, of course, the main event between Team Black and Gold versus Team 2.0. It's really cool to see, like, you know, the growth that some of the guys that are in the War Games match or on Team 2.0 had. I think they're really, and you know, to having a match against some of the NXT originals was super cool to see. Told a good story, had some really good moves throughout it, and yeah, I would recommend watching that match as well. Woo! Hologram versus the Beast Mortals from Wrestle Dream 2024. Super underrated banger from this show. Those guys just do all the moves very well. You know, Hologram is super cool. He's just, I debate how I feel like truly about the Hologram character. Of course, he's super cool and like, you know, he looks fantastic as well. But in a sea of, like, you know, AEW's roster, I still think he struggles to really stand out sometimes. But, you know, in terms of like AEW's like attempts to push forward a more lucha libre like presentation, sometimes to bring in some of these lucha guys, I do think Hologram at the forefront of that is a good idea, and that does help his image a lot more. Because, again, he's also on this very long winning streak that is still going on today. So that also really helps. So, yeah, fantastic match here with the Beast Mortals. Beast Mortals is also just fucking great, dude. He's so great. He's such a good wrestler. He's a big luchador kind of guy, but he doesn't do just, like, technical wrestling. He actually will, like, he's a powerhouse wrestler, which is really awesome. It's not something you don't really see that much in Lucha Libre, now that I think about it. Who else is, like, a really big, like, powerhouse dude? I don't know. They don't really have that. So he is really special in this match. This match is really great. Finally, whew. Every John Cena versus Styles match uploaded by WWE Vault to their YouTube channel. Wow! Oh my god. What a special series of matches, man. Money in the Bank 2016, SummerSlam 2016, Royal Rumble 2017, SmackDown February 27th, 2018. All just fantastic stuff, man. Like, it's so funny because I really think that this like feud really cemented. It was kind of cemented with the John Cena's feud with Seth Rollins, but this one especially cemented that Cena really could wrestle, and I really do think this feud helped him a lot in his image perceived by especially the online community. You know, I think this really helped him get his character over, and you know, really put him over as like an actual could be a work rate guy, especially still in 2016 after, you know, he had been at the top for so long. So these matches are fantastic, man. The stories told throughout them are awesome. I do, and the stories told them throughout, like, you know, Cena's still trying to struggle keeping up with AJ Styles and all that, does really help in that perception that I just talked about as well. So awesome matches, awesome quadrility. Can't wait for their match at Crown Jewel. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it. Whoops. No, wait. I don't have an ending slide. Wait. Ah, fuck. Wait, let me go all the way back. There we go. That's going to do it for me. Those are my favorite matches of the week. Let me know what your favorite matches from the week were, or what some of the worst ones were. Maybe I missed some. Maybe I didn't. Playlist of all the other my favorite matches videos. A video YouTube recommends right here. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more from me and you want to see more. It's coming soon is going to be best matches of September and some of the worst, so be sure to check that out. That's going to do it for me, though. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.